One kind of oversharing a lot of parents are sick of: sharing their hard-earned money with their adult kids. A recent survey says 3/4 of parents are still doing that, and it isn't helping anyone. Jimmy Rhoades says it's time to cut the purse strings on the to-do list.
All parents want their kids to take flight, but too often they wind up in a holding pattern.
Over the course of 5 years, parents will pay as much as $15,000 in extra expenses for their children.
Financial educator Eric Palmer says that robs parents of emergency and retirement funds. So teach them to fly on their own.
Because people will think, I'm just a couple $100.
So even $100 extra a month could turn into thousands of dollars of retirement income over the course of 30 years.
And parents aren't teaching children to be self-reliant.
They're hurting them more than they're helping them. And I think that's an important lesson that sometimes is lost on these younger generations.
Start by putting them on the tarmac.
For most kids, what's a good age to get them starting to contribute?
I think age 15 or so. Things like their cell phone bills. So have them start contributing to the bill on a monthly basis.
Teach them responsibility by having them pay for meals out with friends or gas and a portion of the insurance for the car they drive.
If you start doing that early on, then by the time they get to college, they're already going to start to understand what it's like to pay bills on a regular basis.
Next, give them the fuel.
If they're going to pay for something, they're going to have some revenue.
Don't give them a flat allowance. Give them a tiered allowance.
Bigger chores or better grades earn the child a greater allowance.
That way they know that hard work equals more money.
And students should spend no more than 15 hours a week on a part-time job.
Still having the time to make those grades.
Got to make the grades, absolutely.
Finally, give them some runway before takeoff.
And then from 18 to 24, that's really when you want to start to let go. Start to break that down. Go to 75%, 50%, 25%. Is whether it's a rent payment or, again, things like the cell phone bill.
So when should they begin to fly solo and become financially independent?
If they don't go to college, 18 to 20, they've got to go right into the workforce.
College kids should be doing it on their own between 22 and 24.
So that at one point, 100% of that financial responsibility is in their lap.
Because eventually you'll die.
Eventually you're going to be gone and they still got to move out at some point.
Cutting off the kids is on the to-do list.